Okay, it's time for today's CSS Battle Daily Challenge. Let's see what we've got today. Okay. It looks like it's got square edges, so that could work out quite nicely for us. So let's first off, we're going to use nested template, so actually let's just click there. And then the background of that is going to be this. Background of that is going to be, oh, it is white. Let's then give it some margins. 20 from the top and 100 from the sides maybe. No, 100's far too much. Go 60. And 25. 25 and 60, okay, and we'll give it a border radius of 10 pixels. 20 pixels. 20 pixels looks good. Right, so that's got us the base layer. Now we need let's just use a conic gradient. Goes that. No, we won't. We'll go white. 25%, and then that. Then I don't think that's actually a proper square, so let's 85. So that's 15. How big is the square? The square is 30, so the gap between is 15. So if we do at 15 pixels, 30 pixels, and then make it 45 pixel. No, let's skip that bit for a bit. Do 45 pixels wide and 45 pixels tall. Then we start getting somewhere near a pattern that's somewhere not quite right. What happens if we make it 40 pixels? Am I sure that the height of those is 30? Let's have a look. 150, 180, yep, so that's definitely 30 in that direction. 160, 190, yep. And let's just check the gap between them. 180, oh, it might be 20 between them. So let's try 20 pixels. And then we'll go with a 50 by 50 grid. Let's have a quick look at that. That looks fairly close. Now we're going to need to shift it over by 20 pixels maybe. I don't think those quite line up, do they? Okay, we just need to go to the right a bit more. 30 pixels looks good. Then let's move down 30 pixels. 20 pixels. 30 pixels, 40 pixels. Let's go 25. 25 pixels looks like a good number. And that gets us our basic grid. We're just going to cover up bits of that in a bit. We don't actually need that backstop color anymore, because this grid's going to do it, and then what we're laying on top will also do it. So we're going to use, what are we going to use? We could use a conic gradient with a transparent part. We'll do bottom right. Let's do conic gradient. Yeah, we're just going to go white for 75%, but we actually need to go that colour. No, transparent 25%, and then white for the rest. And then we need an at. So let's do at. How high is that? Call that 85. Call that 245. So 60. That's down, and we want it to only be about 30 wide, so 30 pixels, 60 pixels. Maybe 160 pixels. 160 pixels, that's better, Brett. Now, does that line up with that? That does. Now we shift it down by, first off, shift it left, not at all. Shift it down by 60 pixels. Yeah. And then we make it 200 pixels wide. No, 200 is too small. 220, 230, 240, 250. 250 looks like it will probably be about right. And then we've only got that square and that square to get rid of. Now, how are we going to do that neatly? I could use conic gradient to do it, but I think I'm just going to use a 30 by 30 linear gradient to it, maybe. There's no way I can get both of them with one gradient. So yeah, let's do two linear gradients. Just make it white. We shift it in 60 pixel first off we tell it we've got no repeat, because then we'll be able to see what we're doing. We shift it in 60 pixels, and that's too far, so 40 pixels. We don't actually want it to be that colour, we want it this colour. We set it to only be 60 pixels wide. We also set it to be down from the top by 60 pixels, and we only want it to be 60 pixels high. Right, that gets rid of one of them. And then this one, it's going to be 180 down. No, that's too far. 170, 160. Okay, and then this way we might be. Oh, it's not. It's not quite 200. 190. If I made that 50 by 50, could I make it nicer numbers? Can I now use 200? Yes, I can. Ooh. Because as we know, 200 is 50 VW, 160 is 40 VW, unfortunately 21, 24, no, 250, I can't do anything with 250. The rest of them are all fine. Let's hit submit. It's 100% at least. So now let's start removing anything that we can. Get rid of that and that. And we'll minify and we'll submit. Oh, and there's a space there that we can get rid of. Okay. So the other way that you could do this is potentially using a grid for this middle bit, and using elements to do all of them, but I'm not sure whether or not that would work out any smaller, so I'm just going to leave it there. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.